Hello everyone, welcome to second part of quadratic equations. In this part we are going to discuss roots of a quadratic equation and the factorization method for finding the roots or the solution of a quadratic equation. So let's begin our session by defining roots of a quadratic equation. For this, let's consider a quadratic equation x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. Now if we put x equal to 5 in left hand side of this equation, we get the left hand side as 5 square minus 3 into 5 minus 10 equals to 5 square 25 minus 5 3 is 15 minus 10, taking the negative terms together, equals to 25 minus 25. This is 0 and the right hand side of the equation. Now we can see when we put x equals to 5 in left hand side of this equation, we arrive at right hand side of the equation. So it means x equal to 5 satisfies this equation. Now as x equal to 5 satisfies this equation, 5 is called a root or solution of this quadratic equation. Now we can see the left hand side of this equation is a quadratic polynomial x square minus 3x minus 10, which also has a solution as x equal to 5. So this means that 5 is a 0 of the polynomial x square minus 3x minus 10, as 0 of a polynomial is the value of x for which the polynomial becomes 0. So above discussion can be concluded as the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 are the same as the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this discussion will be the base for defining roots of a quadratic equation. Now let's define root of a quadratic equation on the basis of this discussion. Any real number alpha is called a root of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0 if a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equals to 0. That means the value of x as alpha should satisfy the equation. So it means x equal to alpha satisfies the equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now, as a quadratic polynomial has at most two solutions or zeros, a quadratic equation has similarly at most two solutions or roots. Generally, we name these alpha and beta, but always it is not necessary that all quadratic equations have two real roots as alpha and beta. Sometimes these don't even have a single real root. Okay, so we will read it further in the chapter when we will solve some numericals. Now let's see an important result. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then we can write the quadratic equation in terms of these roots as x square minus alpha plus beta plus alpha into beta equals to 0. Here alpha plus beta is the sum of the roots and alpha into beta is the product of the roots. It is similar to the situation what we have in the quadratic polynomial, okay, where alpha and beta were the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Similarly, we have alpha plus beta, that is the sum of the roots, equals to minus b upon a, and product of the roots alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. This will help us in solving some numericals further in the chapter. Let's see the methods for solving quadratic equations. There are generally three methods. First one is factorization, in which we split the middle term, that is the coefficient of b, into two numbers and then solve the equation. Second one is completing the square, in this we use the identity a plus b whole square is equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. And the third one is the quadratic formula. This is also known as Sridharacharya formula after the name of its inventor Sridharacharya. And the formula is x equals to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now in this video we are going to discuss the factorization method only. So let's move ahead. Factorization method for solving quadratic equations. Let's see this method with the help of a flowchart. Our quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. The first step is to find out the product of a and c. Let it be any number p. Now if this p is a positive number, then we will factorize it and find out any two factors r and s as r plus s is equals to b. That means the sum of r and s must be equal to the coefficient of x in the equation. And then we will replace b by r plus s in the equation, and the equation will become like this: ax square plus r plus s into x plus c equals to 0. In the next step we will open the bracket and the equation will become ax square plus rx plus sx plus c is equals to 0. Then we will convert the left hand side into two linear factors by taking common terms together, and after that we will equate each factor to 0 one by one. Okay, now let's see this method with the help of an equation. Now the equation is x square plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Let's move ahead with the help of the flowchart. Now first of all we have to find out the product of a and c, which is 1 into 10 is equal to 10. Now we have to find out two factors of 10 in the manner the sum of the factors must be equal to 7. So we know 5 into 2 is equal to 10. So 5 and 2 are the two factors which sum together as 7. So we can write 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. And now we will replace 7 in the equation by 5 plus 2. The equation will become x square plus 5 plus 2 into x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now we will open the bracket and the equation will take the form x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10 is equal to 0. Now we can see first two terms have x in common and the last two terms have 2 in common. So let's take the common. So we will have x into x plus 5 plus 2 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now we can see x plus 5 is common in both the terms. So we will take it as common and our equation will take the form x plus 2 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now we will equate each linear factor to 0 one by one. Now the fact behind this is that when we multiply two numbers and the result is 0, then one of the numbers must be equal to 0. So first let's equate x plus 2 equal to 0. If this is equal to 0, the equation will become 0, or it may be that x plus 5 equal to 0 and these two results in x plus 2 equal to 0. That means x equal to minus 2 and x plus 5 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 5. So x equal to minus 2 and minus 5 are the solutions of the equation x square plus 7x plus 10 equals to 0, or we may say these are the roots of this equation. Now see what happens when p is a negative number. If p is the negative number, then we will find two factors of p, r and s, as their difference is equals to b. Okay, then we will follow the same procedure what we have done in previous case. Now we will replace b by r minus s. Then we will open the bracket. Okay, then after opening the bracket we will convert the left hand side into two linear factors by taking common terms together, and at last we will equate these factors one by one to 0. Now let's see this also with the help of an example. Our example is an equation x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Here we can see the product of a and c is 1 into minus 10, that is equals to minus 10. Now we will find out the factor of 10 as their difference is equals to b. Here the b is minus 3. So we have two factors 5 and 2 as 2 minus 5 is equals to minus 3. So this is the condition. Okay. Now we will replace b by 2 minus 5 in the equation. So this will be x square plus 2 minus 5 into x minus 10 is equals to 0. Now we will open the bracket and it is x square plus 2x minus 5x minus 10 equals to 0. We can see in first two terms x is common and we can take minus 5 common in last two terms. So the equation will take the form x into x plus 2 minus 5 into x plus 2. Now x plus 2 is common in both the terms. So we can write the equation as x plus 2 into x minus 5 is equals to 0. Now as we have done previously, we will equate each factors one by one to 0 if x plus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 5 equals to 0. Any one of these must be 0 to satisfy this equation. So if x plus 2 is equals to 0, then x equals to minus 2, and if x minus 5 equals to 0, then x equals to 5. So x equal to minus 2 or 5 are the roots of equation x square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. So this was the working of this method. Okay, I hope you have got it. Thank you and have a nice day.